Hi and welcome to NRCC Business Talk. I'm very happy to be here with two guys working in the aviation field. First of all, it's Mr. Octavian Pletter. Welcome to the show. Thank you for being here from the aeronautics faculty in Bucharest, the university, the technical university in Bucharest, dealing with planes, basically, so that's all you need to know. And Tom Leene at JKN Fokker in Bucharest also. Thank you very much for being here. First of all, I need to tell you a little secret about me and Mr. Pleter. I saw his name, first time I saw his name, and I get accustomed to his work in 1987 or 8, something like that, when I played one of his programs. I mean, I saw his name on a computer screen. It was a Sinclair Spectrum clone, and I played a program that was signed by him, 1987, 88. Was it? What year was it? I think 85.
Bit earlier. I wrote the program earlier, but
87. Could it be 87, something like that?
Yeah.
I remember I was in 11th grade in high school, so probably 85 or 86.
yeah, I wrote programs starting in 1980s.
Oh my God, Sinclair Spectrum. And you went to aviation.
Machine code and so.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, but because a
Why?
modern airplane is all computers.
It's a flying computer.
Exactly. It's a
Yeah.
flying computer network.
So you're teaching young guys, you're trying to lure young guys, intelligent young guys, into aviation. What do you do at the university, at the technical university here in Bucharest? And why should a young person involved in dreaming about flying get in contact with you?
Well, aviation is a fascination, but also space. We're an aerospace engineering faculty, one of the faculties of the University Politehnica of Bucharest. This is the largest technical university, not only in Romania, but in the whole region, with 30,000 students. And we are 1,300 students, aeronautical and space technology faculty. And our graduates will, of course, be involved in designing, calculating aircraft structures, as they do at JKN Fokker, and also will be avionics engineers or maintenance engineers. There are very many careers in this field. Safety, traffic management is
And it's growing.
It's a growing field now because we're going to change the way the traffic will be managed.
Now, going to Fokker, Romania, you never managed to sell any Fokker planes to Tarom, for instance, but
No,
you're still here.
Unfortunately not. yes, we are. Fortunately so. We have been here since 2004 already, quite some time. So our company is one of the largest tier 1 suppliers, as we call it, in the world for the aerospace industry. And that basically means that we produce sub-assemblies for airplanes. So whenever Airbus or Boeing is making a new plane, we either design and produce the tail or the wings or movable sections from the airplane. We tend to produce multiple high quality, high technical level subsections, and by that really become a partner for the bigger operators, the bigger OEMers.
So when we're coming into land, that device that goes down a little bit from
flap,
the wing,
that's
yes.
us. Yes.
Not everybody knows about that, but that's your work.
Yes,
It
and
could be a Romanian guy's work also.
that could very well be the Romanian guys. What we do over here is mostly the design and the structural analysis. So over here we determine what it will look like, what kind of materials are used, how it is assembled, and then the actual production is being done either in the Netherlands or in the UK or in Turkey or in the United States, several locations worldwide.
So what do you do together, Mr. Pleter? What do you do with these guys? What's the relationship?
Well, we have a strategic partnership, actually, which started like 15 years ago when Fokker decided to establish a branch here in Bucharest. It was a venture back then. It was a high-risk venture, in fact. And the fact they found a strong aeronautical faculty here
Mm-hmm.
with good engineers, with respected engineers. They decided they could open it, and since then we actually developed our strategic partnership, because what we're very happy about is that our graduates, aerospace engineers, may be employed here in Romania by a strong international company, and they are now part of very top projects in aerospace, and that's great because this is done here.
So they're doing world-class aeronautics
Exactly.
without
Here.
leaving the country.
Exactly, that's right. And perhaps many Airbus airplanes, Gulfstream airplanes, involve also Dutch-Romanian partnership fruits.
Absolutely.
Okay, so now we need millionaires to buy them.
Yeah.
That would close the circle somehow.
That would help us, yes, of course.
No.
But not only, luckily.
Okay, benefits for both of you. What do you get from the faculty? What do you get from students and from graduates, of course? And what do you get from Fokker? Who wants to start?
Yeah, I would like to start. The thing is, the benefits are never on the short term. The benefits are for us always on the long term. We are quite successful with partnerships with universities, for instance in the Netherlands. We have a good partnership with the Technical University in Delft. And one of the major success stories of that is, of course, the glare material that we use for the A380, the super jumbo jet. We made the computer fuselage from glare material, which was a collaboration with the university, a new sort of material that we invented. So that's just one of the successes that we had because of the partnership. And that's also something that we wanted to include here, of course. At first, the partnership the goal of the partnership was to make sure that we have high qualified employees for the future. We know that that's not something that you do in a couple of months, but it's something that you have to invest for in multiple years. But we do see that venturing off that way, and we do see the added benefits that it can have. And I think right now, after so many years of collaboration and even extensive collaboration in the last couple of years, we see really what that pays off for us. Every time we have somebody new starting within our company, they know what we can expect from them, and they know what they can expect from us.
And for you?
Well, that's a great resource of internship for our students, high quality internship places. Also, there is the Fokker Academy, which we established here as an alternative education program. The courses are taught by engineers, by skilled engineers, and not by professors. That's a change, and students find it very relevant, and they are very attracted to this, because it's down to practice, down to the real thing, and far from theory that they hate so much these days, but they also need them, and they need the theory, but we have to somehow mix this theory with very practical things, and Fokker Academy is a great success story.
Can you give me an example of a career path that happened to somebody that you really like one of your students who did this, the other, and now he's there? An example, a practical example of some guy. You don't have to give names, but I'd like to.
I think
the people you're proud of.
We could say some names exactly from Fokker Engineering Romania.
Okay.
Because the experienced engineers who are teaching in Fokker Academy now are our former students, and Silviu Rogoza, for instance, and Florin Tache, of course. They are very experienced aerospace engineers. They were also specialized in the Netherlands, in Fokker Netherlands. So they developed further, but we're very proud of them, and many others. Unfortunately, we export a lot of graduates,
okay,
and their successful careers are abroad.
Good for them,
But
bit
Fokker
bad for
Engineering
us, I would
Romania
say. Yeah.
is a great example of how we could attract investors
Mhm.
by delivering the skilled workforce here and trying to attract investments. And we did. Actually, we had very important investments in the past 3 years in Romania in aerospace
Mhm.
engineering.
Because of the installed base of people who are in.
One of the factors,
Yeah.
one of the crucial factors of decision, I think
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
that.
What are the costs of the partnership for you and for you? Man hours, of course, I would
Time.
say. Time.
Yeah, it's really time and effort. And we had this conversation already a couple months before, that we say we feel as a company of our magnitude and our footprint, not only in Romania but also in the world, we feel that we also have to act local, so contribute to a local community. So by that we have the moral obligation, so to say, to of course spend our time and effort and expertise that we have
Mhm.
to do something back. But we're more than happy to do it, and it never feels as an obligation for anybody. Our engineers, for once indeed, like Silvio and Florin, are extremely proud and highly energized for participating in these kind of things. And all of our people that contribute to this partnership
Mhm.
truly go above and beyond to make it successful. And I think it's that dedication that is needed to make sure that it becomes a success. And if that dedication is there, and if people love what they do and love to explain it to others, then it's really, the only investment that I have to make then is making sure that they have the ability to do so.
It can't be all rose pink, gold. It can't be all happy. What is the downfall? Where do you feel that you could have done better? And what were the pitfalls of living and working here in an environment that is sometimes challenging?
Yeah, you're right, absolutely right.
Yeah, I think for us, I would say I don't see any downfalls from our collaboration, luckily. So far it's truly been a success story. I do see that we constantly have to make ourselves aware that we have to contribute to it. And it's not just something that goes automatically. We have to make sure that we put, again, the time and effort in it.
Mhm.
Also from our sides, making sure that we have our own organization aligned and everybody still engaged in delivering what we have promised.
Mhm.
I would say I see risks in the future. Not so much something that I think would occur, but I just see the risk that we should always keep our own separate identities. The university is its own, with its own curriculum. We can only complement that and serve to that.
Mhm.
And the same goes for us. We are our own company that does things in our own way. So we have to make sure that we always say to each other, well, we each have our own institutions. Those remain separate, and we'll try to complement each other to make mutual benefits.
Mhm. And from the university, I don't know, perhaps keeping more people with high-level jobs in Romania.
Yeah,
Did it help?
that's our major benefit.
Mhm.
Also, we have another. You asked for pitfalls, but I still have my benefit list not
Okay.
yet.
You've not finished it. Okay.
Not finished.
Go ahead.
Okay. It's also marketing, because we're about to attract young people to this career, which is
Mhm.
very challenging. And young people of today, they find the reward payback time very long to
Mhm.
becoming an aerospace engineering. And this field is very complex. And this is not only our problem in Romania, it's a worldwide problem. Many other aerospace faculties have difficulty in attracting young students
Why?
to this career, because it's complex.
To me,
And
it's
young
so
people,
glamorous. I mean,
yeah, that's right, but that's our older generation.
don't tell me it's hard.
Yeah, it's difficult.
It's a hard
difficult.
place to
It's
be.
rocket science,
Okay.
basically.
Basically, yeah.
It's literally rocket science, yes.
Right,
So-
I get it.
And they are about quick rewards, so they find it very difficult to wait such a long time
Mhm.
for the. So that
You should tell them about the doctors. It's even longer there.
Perhaps yes.
Yeah.
Perhaps yes. So that's why we are, in a way, we have a marketing benefit because our association with Fokker. Fokker was in aviation almost as long as aviation history, if you know what I mean. Also, we are our faculty was established 1931, so we are we have plenty of tradition ourselves. But this association is very good to attract young people. As for problems, when you make a strategic trade-off, finding a partner, perhaps you chagrin other partners, other potential partners, and that could be a problem, especially in Romania, when passions get higher sometimes. But I think we did the right thing because we found three major things in this cooperation. One is complementarity. The second is synergy. There is synergy from it. And for all Western Eastern partnerships, it works what I would call a normality sense, in a way. What the communists did to us was an interruption of common sense on the scale of the whole people. And so we very much need that to get back, because we have been drifting off in a way. So we have this. So such a Western-Eastern partnership is great. In engineering, Dutch-Romanian partnerships could be great because Dutch engineering is highly regarded, is one of the best in the world, and also Romanian engineering is respected, starting with Leene, starting with Elie Carafoli, with Ion Grosu, and especially in aerospace engineering.
And I guess you can always say to the students, come to the faculty, you may end up doing aircraft for, I don't know, Airbus or Boeing or whatever. I'm not so sure you're working with Boeing, but
every single one of them.
Everybody. You're not going to end up, doing repairs on an old Antonov 2, which I think was the old perspective,
Yeah, true. No, indeed, that's what we can offer, luckily. But my biggest benefits of this partnership is mainly that we do not paint the students some kind of picture of an ideal life. We show them first what it's going to be like. That's also what we do in internships, for instance, with theses that they do in our facility. That we can show new employees, future employees, what it will be like if they come work for us or if they come work in our sector. And I think that's the biggest benefit, and also a good benefit for the students.
Thank you very much, both of you. And we need to connect this to NRCC. So what would be your message to the rest of the members, companies and the CEOs and whatnot, people, members of the NRCC? Your message coming from your experience of working together, Dutch and Romanians.
Well, I would say I hear a lot of people around me sometimes even complain about the difficulties finding the correct employees, finding the highly qualified, skilled employees that they are looking for. And they say that they cannot find them in the market, and they have such a difficult time really recruiting these people. I understand that, and I completely agree with that to some point, but the only way that you can overcome that problem is if you invest in it yourself and try to actively contribute to getting the actual qualified staff in. And that starts with making sure that you are well known on the university and making sure that over there the right things are being done to make sure that you yourself have the right personnel. So I can only say to the rest of the NRCC community that if they have issues with attracting new personnel, by all means do something about it. Try to get collaborations with the universities, with the high schools, with every academic institution there is in this country and actively steer it in your own direction.
Mr. Pleter?
Yeah, my message is simple. I think a Dutch-Romanian partnership will be successful with high probability. And that is due to the potential synergy and complementarity there. And I can give this example in aerospace. 15 years ago, we had this Dutch-Romanian aerospace cooperation seminar. And starting from that, everything developed very successfully. So this is an example to study for other partnerships.
Thank you very much, both of you. Wish you good luck. And remember, if you like the show, don't forget to share, send it to your friends. Tom Leene of JKN, Fokker in Romania, and Octavian Pletter at the Faculty of Aerospace in Bucharest. Nice guys, great guys. Also, I need to introduce myself at the end. I used to fly, so that's why I kind of like those guys both. Some of the things they do, they keep us all alive while having our coffee on the way to God knows where. Thanks a lot for the show. I'll see you later.